Hey there, friends. Again, right now I'm actually on this university campus, some Houston University. It's quite amazing, quite pretty, quite beautiful. It makes me remember my years back in school, back in the university. It's just so amazing to see students and do their stuff. You see, but there's one thing which I want to be able to address. You see, because one of the things which you would always notice in most university campus is the fact that, in as much as it's a center of learning, one would expect that it should be a place where values should actually be uplifted, because you see, one of the fundamental issues of education should not be just to pass knowledge or pass information. No, the fundamentals, when it deals with a university, the first thing a university should be conscious of is getting the values into people, because you see, values are more powerful than information. Having value, I think that I think that values should be the very first thing when we're dealing with education, academics. You see, actually on campus, you see a lot of people, young girls, for example. I don't mean to be biased against the girls. I love the girls. I like them. They're wonderful. But you see a lot of these young, beautiful ladies, you see, with bum shorts. And I was walking to them. I saw one walking, and she was kind of like trying to pull the bum shorts, because I think it was kind of like getting into her, something like that. And you ask yourself, but why would people even put on things like that? And I was talking with a friend, and the friend said, well, one of the reasons could maybe because of heat or all that stuff. And I think absolutely not. It's not the case. You see, we are living in a time where values are depreciating. Values are depreciating. I even go to church, and I still see the same thing in churches. And you wonder, but the preacher man stands on the pulpit and has nothing to say about that. You see, and these are the things Paul talked about the end times when he told Timothy, in the latter days, there will be perilous moments. There will be perilous times. There are certain things you see today, you're wondering, wait a minute, where did this person keep his mind? It's just like, for example, how some people were debating on the fact whether life begins in the womb or not. And these people were advocating for abortion. And you're wondering, but this is supposed to be a professor in biology. And he's debating whether life actually starts in the womb or not. Why? Because the hearts of men have been so corrupted that we have no more regard for God. And when there is no regard for God, there will be no regard for values. There will be no regard for values. I want to encourage us. You see, in all your endeavors and all your pursuits in life, you would realize one thing. Wherever there's lack of values, there is always going to be a downfall. If a husband will lose his values towards his wife, it will lead to divorce. And all of that stuff in every domain of life. If a pastor will lose his values, the church will break up. Values is one of those things which you must fight hard to preserve. I want to encourage you. Go for values. Go for the word of God. Let the word of God change and transform us, because we are living in a time today, even the church doesn't even know what else again to preach. And we've tolerated certain things. The church itself has become swallowed into the society. And we look at certain things which are blatantly, clearly wrong. We look at them as normal. I want to encourage us. It's a challenging moment we live in. Please, let's get serious with God. Let's give ourselves to the word of God and let the word of God change and transform us. And I believe our values will be restored. God bless you.